Welcome to Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens game. Game day news, game preview, and the Guess the Score contest. Come join the chat and let's talk hockey. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. So we got a game tonight. I had it wrong. If you were watching yesterday, I said it was in Montreal. This game is in Philadelphia. Montreal's in Philadelphia, I believe, on a one-game road trip to take on the Flyers. It's a back-to-back situation, and it's the same thing for the Flyers. They played last night as well, so there's no advantage. Shouldn't be any advantage for either team. And, yeah, Montreal, I don't know now how many games they've lost. 2 or 3 games now, I think. I'd like to see them win again tonight. It should be a pretty even match, I think. I'm not sure who's in nets because the lineup says Caden Primo, and then I saw somewhere that Monty was in net, so I don't know. I'll have some news to give you, some game day news, my game preview, guess the score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you can win $10 into your bank account via Interac. And let's see if anybody is here. Well, it says 6 people. Hey, Julie. Julie has 4-3 Habs. Rem Pitlick with the first goal. Awesome. So register your picks for the Guess the Score contest in the chat. You can make a comment in the video. I mean, you can do that, or you could, and don't wait till the hangout because it's too late by then. You got to make your guess here. And yeah, we're gonna get to the preview soon. I've got some game day news, so we'll get to that in a sec. Yeah, I might as well do that now. So Joel Edmondson, who played last night, isn't in Philly with the team. What's his first name? Sheneman. Corey Sheneman is going to be in his place in the lineup. Now, they don't give a reason. I think it's just the fact that it's his first game back last night. Probably not to push him too much, right? Back-to-back games might not be a great situation for a guy with his first game back. So I wouldn't put any more than that. I haven't heard any injury or anything like that. So, but he's not in the lineup tonight. I said the Flyers are also in back-to-back. Primo starts tonight, maybe, and possibly. Like, I don't know who it actually is going to be. Jake Allen. Jake Allen is looking to be ready to go either Tuesday or Thursday night. So it seems more likely on Thursday, but Jake Allen be back in net on either Tuesday or Thursday. I believe, let's see, Tuesday is against the Coyotes. Thursday, I think it's Dallas. Let's see. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but if I didn't, Cale Clegg is on the IR. That's why Sheneman had to be called up to take Edmondson's place. And the last thing is, if you remember, I said yesterday that Cedric Paquette was on waivers. And like I told you, he cleared. Damn it. Almost. So, yeah, Paquette's still a member of the Canadiens. And that's the game day news because it's Sunday. There's not usually a lot of stuff on Sunday. Frederick. Hey, Frederick. 3-2 Habs and OT. You sure? You got Gallagher with the first goal. Gotcha. Daryl Adams, the 5-2 Habs. Caulfield with the first one. Hope we can get a win tonight. Yeah, I'd like to see a win tonight. I'm good with either way. You know what? I want to see a fun game to watch. If it's a win, if it's not, I'm good. Now, that only goes for this year and maybe next year, but that's it after that. But yeah, they're still on track. Well, you'll see. I've got the bottom 5 in the league. You'll see. I don't know why I did that. I don't want to do that yet. All right. Let's have it. I guess we'll get to the preview. Not a lot of people talking to me. If you want, we could talk for a few minutes, then I'll do the preview. But nobody's really talking, so everybody's tired and strung out from losing an hour's sleep. Is that it? I took a nap before the game, so Hope Primo Dixon. Hope Primo is good to go. 5-3 Habs. Yeah, me too. I mean, that's my only worry is how he responds. POV, you see me everywhere. Hey, my friend Rebecca told me to check you out. Rebecca was in yesterday. Hey, is that POV? My eyes are no good. Welcome in. You see, was Rebecca from like far away or something? If I remember. I think it was the first time I'd seen Rebecca. Is that it? Nobody else to talk? All right, I'll go into my preview in a minute if nobody wants to ask anything, because then it's about 5 minutes for the preview. So it's up to you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go do the preview. Well, if I can find my cursor, that would really help. All right, so we're gonna do this game's preview. All right, game today. It's because it's sunlight out there, and it's I got to get used to that. So it feels like daytime, although it is evening now. Montreal is at Philadelphia. Montreal is 15-35-8, and they have 38 points, and that's 8th in the Atlantic. Versus Philadelphia, 18-30-10, 46 points, 8th in the Metropolitan. How to watch this game. Start time is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific in the Habs region, TSN2 in English, RDS in French, as always. In the Flyers region, NBC Sports Philadelphia. Streaming ESPN Plus, NHL Live, RDS Direct, TSN Direct, Sports Surge, and NHL 66. That's how I usually watch. Last 10 record. Montreal, last 10 games, 7-2-1 on an overtime loss streak of 1. And Philly is 3-6-1 on a 2-game losing streak. And let's make it a 3-game. The season series so far, December 16th. So, like second game into the season. Montreal beat Philadelphia 3-2. No, December 6th. I'm thinking, that was October maybe. Yeah, so in December. Earth to Rick, you're doing a preview there. You know what you're doing, right? All right. Then they were playing tonight, and then April 21st, 2022, which of course 2022 because it's not going to be next year. So April 21st. Okay, let's start over. It's like 8 days before the end of the season, so we'll be back here in Montreal for that game. Tail of the tape. Let's keep going. You got to just keep going right through. Get on the horse again. Scoring chances for percentage, 46.2% for Montreal is 27th, 45.2% for Flyers, 28th. Goals per game, 2.43 for Montreal, 32nd. In the league, 2.50 for the Flyers, 31st. So they're just right behind us. Goals against per game, 3.79 for Montreal, 32nd. 3.41 for Philly, 24th. Power play percentage, 20. I wish it was 20. 12.7% for Montreal, 31st. So it's on its way back down. And 13.7% for Philly, 30th. So, not much better. PK percentage, 73.5% for Montreal, 29th. And 75.6% for Philadelphia, 25th. Head-to-head record this year, 1-0-0 for Montreal, 0-0-1 for the Flyers. So that was an overtime loss, I guess. So shots on goal allowed per game, and on goal for per game, they're always reversed. 34.0 are the allowed shots for Montreal, and 33.9 for the Flyers, virtually the same. And shots for per game, 29.6 for Montreal, 30.5 for the Flyers, also not far off. Face-offs, 48.0% for Montreal, 23rd, 53.4% for the Flyers, 5th in the league. So they got a good face-off. Players to watch over the last 5 games for Montreal: Nick Suzuki, 8 points. Lehkonen, 4 goals. Suzuki with 5 assists, and Kulak is a +3 on the other side. Atkinson, 5 points. Same guy with 3 goals. Joel Farabee with 3 assists. And Provorov with a +1. Team leaders for goals for Montreal, Josh Anderson with 15. Atkinson for Philly with 21. Points, 41. Nick Suzuki for Montreal. Atkinson, 44 for the Flyers. Time on ice, Ben Sherratt, 23:30 for Montreal. Provorov, 25:02 for the Flyers. And wins Montembeault, 6 for Montreal. Hart, 11. Habs scoring. Oh, that's the one it dropped. It dropped the Flyers scoring. I'm going to just take a second and go get it always leaves one out. Don't know why. I put it up there. All right, now we go. Habs scoring. Suzuki, 14 goals, 27 assists, 41 points. Lehkonen, 13 goals, 15 assists, 28 points. Toffoli ain't here, so we won't give it. Anderson, 15 goals, 9 assists, 24 points. Caulfield, 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points. Hoffman, 11, 22 points. And on the Flyers side, Atkinson, 21 and 23 for 44 points. Giroux, 17 and 24 for 41. Did I say 41 for Atkinson or 44? I don't know. Konechny, 10 and 24 for 34 points. Lawton, 11 and 17 for 28. Van Riemsdyk, 13 and 9 for 22. Farabee, 11 and 11 for 22. I feel like I just said that already. I don't know why. Hoffman, that's why. Hoffman has the same thing. Bottom 5 teams this time. Philadelphia, Buffalo, Seattle, Arizona back in second to last spot. Montreal in the last spot, now 2 points behind Arizona. They're tied, games played. But if you see, Seattle's got 3 games in hand. No, we've got 3 games in hand on Seattle. So they're virtually around the same thing. So that's going to be a fight there at the bottom. And we'll see if Buffalo and Philadelphia get involved in that. See who's going to finish on the bottom. Current line, Montreal is away, right? 7-18-6 is their away record. And at home, Philly's 11-15-5. Against each other over the last 3 seasons, Montreal 4-4-2 record, Philly 6-3-1 record. Habs lines. Suzuki, Caulfield, Anderson stays the same. Pitlick, once again in between Hoffman and Gallagher. Evans in between Byron and Pezzetta. So Pezzetta, if that stays, moves up a line. Paling in between Lehkonen and Armia. Kulak and Petrie, first pairing. Romanov, Sherratt, second pairing. Sheneman, Weidman, third pairing. Primo shows there as the starter. And we'll see if that lasts. Flyers lineup. Brassard in between Giroux and Atkinson. Frost in between Lindblom and Konechny. Hayes in between Farabee and Van Riemsdyk. Brown in between Mayhew and McEwen. Provorov and Braun, first pair. Sanheim, Ristolainen, second pair. Yandel and Cam York, the guy that was drafted just ahead of Cole Caulfield. And Carter Hart in as starting. Martin Jones backing him up. So this is like, it's 2 teams that aren't, I think, maybe going in different directions. You can look at the record over the last 10 games. Again, Flyers not playing very well. You can look at their scoring. Very similar to Montreal. Montreal kind of, I'm not going to say that the honeymoon's over with St. Louis, but, they're not, I don't know, it's just not the same intensity every game, or it's not, what you got to figure is going to level out a little bit. I just hope it doesn't level out too much. They're in Philadelphia, gives them an edge there, maybe. I think if Primo's in net's going to be a lot on Caden Primo whether Montreal wins here. If Caden Primo can have a good game, like he has had a few, then Montreal's in good. If he kind of craps the bed early, then maybe not so much. So I think that's a big thing. The defense last night, I think, was a little suspect at times. Although, you figure, well, let me go to that. So the defense got to tighten up, especially if Primo's in nets. Special teams. Montreal went 0 for 6 on the power play last night. That's got to change. If they get 1 goal in the power play last night, that's a different game. They win, right? So special teams, especially the power play unit, has to be better tonight. And that's going to be my preview. All right, let's get back to you guys. I just did the lineups. Hey, Filibuster, how's it going, man? Grimes. Weird to see the sun still up at 6 p.m. I know. Yeah, no, it's cool. I like this, so I'm happy. Primo Net is smart for the tank. Yeah, I mean, I did see somewhere though that it's going to be Monty. The source wasn't like 100% that I knew the source was trustworthy, so I don't know. We're going to find out. Hey, J-Fed's got 5-2 Philly with Atkinson getting the first. Maritime Bob. What about Bob? We should already consider keeping Monty with more development. I think he would be a great backup for Price and maybe a starter eventually. He's agile. Thoughts. Yeah, well, I saw something on Twitter and they were talking, I forget who it was, saying, what are they going to do with Monty once Hammond gets back? And I'm thinking, like, you got that wrong, maybe? More like, well, what are they going to do with Hammond when he gets back? Like, I don't know. Is it really that Monty, they might move him? I don't see that. I honestly don't. I think they're going to move Allen, right? So you gotta hang on to Monty. Monty's what, 24? Hammond's 34. And it's not a knock on Hammond at all. It just I don't get that. Am I wrong in seeing it that way? You guys let me know in the chat here. Dixon, no one took Paquette. I mean, were you surprised? I was praying almost. Now, you don't think I almost swallowed the wrong way. Oops. I was kind of hoping, just to clear out that contract. Easy, make room for incoming contracts. I imagine they might put him down in Laval. I mean, I don't know. That's what I would do. Just put him in Laval. Phil's got 6-5 for Montreal. Lecky with the win. Hey, Quinn. I like your video the other day. I like your video the other day. Sounds like from Letterkenny about mental. Oh, that's the state of the channel. Thank you. Thank you for liking my mental state of health. That's a joke. Yeah, you know what? If we don't talk about it, yeah, it's not a good thing. So I'd rather talk about it. Just basically let you guys know why I'm doing a little less videos and what's going on. But yeah, I have no problem to be open about my mental state. Basically because if you could talk about your mental state, at least you're not insane. You still have your sanity. You might have some problems, but you still got your sanity. Usually people that are insane don't really talk about their sanity very much. So yeah, I'm glad you know what, got more views than I would have thought. I also wanted to let you guys know kind of what's going on here with my epiphany of where my niche is. I kind of really had that over the last couple of weeks, through maybe a month, kind of realizing what my, how do I want to put it, what my niche is here. Watching the Heritage Classic. Yeah. No, not for me. Leafs had an own goal. Awesome. I wish it was Matthews that scored it. I really do. I can't believe, well, I shouldn't say can't believe. Apparently last night on the intermission, one of the intermissions, they were saying on the, that stupid panel, so praising Matthews for going over to the ref and complaining about that overtime goal against Arizona that he gave up on. And they're praising the guy like that's leadership, right? Giving up on a goal. And that's the reason it was scored, because you gave up on it, because you had plenty of time and if you were right there, you could have done something. That's leadership. Yeah. I wouldn't watch that Heritage Classic for my life. Grimes, yeah, exactly. Take it slow. He's been out all season. You don't want to You know, if it wasn't back-to-back games, you know, if this was tomorrow, he'd probably be there. But yeah, back-to-back doesn't make sense. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. The problem with it is just that Cale Clegg is on the IR, so they had to call up Shendeman. They needed a body. So other than that, nothing really to worry about there. It was good to see Edmondson back in the lineup. So my next video that I'm working out, and it's written finally, so I finished writing it today, is hot takes. I'm doing a dirty dozen hot takes for the Canadiens for the rest of the season and the off season. A dozen. Hopefully it'll be fun. I should have that. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow exactly, but I should have it done by tomorrow. By tomorrow evening, probably. Well, it's the Leafs. It's Austin Matthews, the best player in the NHL. Blah. Hang on, I'm nauseous right now. Ugh. All right, passed. Yeah, Maritime Bob, you know, that could be. And if that's it, then probably going to lose this game. But, you know, Primo probably, if he starts, going to be a big key to whether they win or not here. Well, you did good there, J-Fed. He quit, plain and simple. Exactly it. He quit on the play. Even if it's a penalty, right? So it's a penalty. You let the ref do their job, but you don't give up until the whistle's blown or whatever. You just keep going. But no, he gave up. Oh, look what's happening to me. Oh, look what's happening to me. Look. And then they scored because he stopped skating. He goes to ref, it's your fault. It's your fault. That's the best player in the league? Really? Leafs fans, if there are any watching, you're going to go and say that's the best player in the league. And go look in the mirror. Jesus, and go watch some hockey and learn about it. Yeah, Dixon, right? I mean, it kind of goes from the top down. No, listen, your best player doesn't have to be the grittiest or anything like that. The point is, because he got held a little bit, you don't give up on that. You don't. It's not the kind of a penalty that you incapacitates you so you can't continue to skate. Especially not on that play. And besides, the guy's what? He's 6'3" or something. 6'3". He's a big guy. Anyway. It's 3-2 Buffalo now? Awesome. Go, Buffalo, go. Only leading Matthews does is leading his team out of the playoffs. Leading his team to the Chokaporium, whatever, I don't know. Come on, boys, let's go get chokers. Yeah, I just think the talk about this guy being the best in the league. I mean, are you kidding me? I think the only place it's talked about is in Toronto, though. Hey, Junkie, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. What do you think of the best player in the league, Matthews, on that play? You must know what a play I'm talking about. Did he give up on that play or what? I mean, he cost them the game on that. There's no doubt about it. He cost them the game. And where was all this complaining from the Leafs fans about how this has to stop when it happens to Montreal? Nowhere. Or any other team. Oh, no, Juggy, he didn't turn into a real biatch. He is one. I saw a picture. They have, I think it's him, Marner, and I guess Bunting. They're showing them doing some stupid thing. And what would you call this line? So I called it the Stay Puffed line. you get that reference, he quit on the play. Absolutely. He quit on the play. Besides, I mean, he's not a back checker. He's not a defensive player. He say he's a 200-foot player. Like, anyway, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. He lives too much in my head. I hate him that much. I'll be honest about that. I think about him too much for a guy I hate. Maybe I really like him. Ugh. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody who can even tie U-Turn's skates. I don't agree with that, BL. Really, what is he good at? He's got a shot. That's it. That's all. Guy's not good at anything else. He's not physical. He's not defensive. He's not a forechecker. He's not a back checker. He's not a 200-foot player. What is he? He's got a shot. That's it. One-dimensional player. Do we have plenty of guys that aren't one-dimensional. I saw somewhere somebody made an argument that Cole Caulfield's a better player than Matthews. And yeah, I wouldn't say no. All around better hockey player. Yeah. Young yet. He doesn't have the time in and the accolades yet. But anyway. Yeah, rent-free. He does live rent-free in my head. I admit it, though. See, at least I admit it. And it's legitimate what I say about him. In my mind, anyway. Probably the funniest thing of the year is that Leafs fans thought they figured out their goaltending. They should. They figured out they don't have any. Tampa will hammer. Tampa or Florida, I don't see them getting past either of those two teams. Yeah, that's it. He's going to quit all series. That's the whole thing, right? We have anybody who can put the puck in the net like him? I said that's the one thing he's got. I'll give it to you. Yeah, but that's it. He's a one-dimensional player. Yeah, everybody roughs up Matthews. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Junkie, on that. I'd love to see that. Well, it's almost I don't want to jinx it and I make it like it doesn't happen, but it's almost a given. They're an exit in the first round. BL, first of all, I didn't say it. I said somebody. I read something that someone made an argument about it. That's what I said. I think in the end, I think Cole will be a better all-around player than Stay Puffed. I'm not calling him U-Turn. I'm calling him Stay Puffed. That's my name for him. The Leafs will eliminate themselves. There you go. Yeah, I don't see how they get past Tampa or Florida. Believe me, Florida's not going to be easier for them to get past. Do they throw a parade if they win a round? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think legitimately, I think in another 5 years, you could say Cole will be the better player. Maybe it's because, no, he's not that old, Matthews. So, yeah, 5 years, I think Cole will be a better player, yeah. If not before that, if not already. But, hey, besides the point. Besides, at least Cole doesn't quit on plays and stuff like that. Okay, enough Matthews. Get him out of my head. There. Throw parade if Marner scores a playoff goal. Yeah, Marner doesn't produce that much there. And I think Matthews does more than I give him credit for, but still, whatever. Anyway, enough of the Leafs. That jumped. power went out 3 times today. The wind. Oh, you're in the you're either in Newfoundland or Nova Scotia. Yeah, listen, best of luck there, buddy. Leafs only have a first like, and no D or goaltending. So they will overplay the first line, and they're going to get upset because they can't score, and you're going to see a good old choke. Yeah, they don't have I don't think they have a great team. Winning in the regular season, that's fine, but I mean, where it counts is the playoffs. So, well, maybe not. Arizona in 2025, will they be out of that 5,000 square foot, 5,000 seat arena? I don't know, because if they're not, I don't see how they're going to afford them. Or he might get a surprise on his next contract. Hey, BL, no problem. I mean, that's my opinion. You got yours. That's cool. I'm not going to change mine. Arizona might not be a team in 2025. Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do in that small arena next year. What it looks like. That's gonna be crazy. Wow, you guys are getting hit with crazy weather. I'm glad I live where I live right now. Hey there, Mike. Half of Arizona's cap is spent on air conditioners. Yeah, that doesn't go to the cap. Fortunately. Who's in net tonight? Lucas, I think Primo. I mean, Primo's listed, but I also saw someone say that it'll be Monty, so I don't know. They had no morning skate. They both teams played last night, so there was no morning skate. So it's just the lineup that's handed in, I guess. So it should be accurate. Phil says I better to matches. At beer drinking, yes. But we don't know. Maybe he can drink a lot of beer. Are we away today? Yeah, we're in Philadelphia tonight. I had it wrong, but I changed the. If anybody noticed, I changed the thumbnails and everything this morning when I realized, oh, they're in Philadelphia, not at home. Makes a difference. Monty confirmed on Sportsnet. Ah, there you go. So, I think that's a better decision to have Monty in there, honestly. And you know what? I tell you, considering that Allen will be back in the next 2 games, like he'll be back Tuesday or Thursday, apparently. Yeah, why put Primo in there? Like, why do it if you don't have to? So I think that's a good decision. Bored to be a Hab. You may be right about that. He says that small arena, and they still won't fill that arena there in Arizona. 5,000 seats. I actually think they will, but that's the only way they're going to fill an arena is by having not enough seats. Mike, yeah, Allen, it's good news. Allen should be back. Listen, even if they're planning to trade him, they need him in the lineup and play a few games. Try to showcase him, whatever they have to do. Because I believe they're going to trade him. Much as I like the guy, Mike might as well be 500. But yeah, it's a 5,000 seat arena. No pride, just facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. When Matthew signs in Arizona, they will sell out. I mean, we're assuming he will, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. But I don't think they could sign somebody that big if they're still playing in that small arena. You know how they have those beer nights or beer things in the pubs on a college campus? That's what they'll do at the arena. It'll be beer night, keg night, whatever they call it. Let's not be technical, Mike. You know, he meant facts. Is Price showcasing himself? Well, he'll actually have to start and play before. No, I don't think that's. I have something to say about it in my video tomorrow, so I'm not going to comment. You would have gone with Jocelyn Thibault tonight on the back end of back-to-back. See, you're going back a ways, Jocelyn. That's the guy who for all who don't know, Jocelyn Thibault replaced. He was the goalie we got in the trade for Patrick Roy. It didn't go well for him here. Although, you know what? He was a better goalie than we gave him credit for, I'm going to say. Because there was no way he was going to win here with the fans after Patrick Roy got traded away. Brando, Stella. It has been forever, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay. It's a tough year too, but I'm doing okay. Hanging in, getting up every day. When I fall down, I get back up. There's a song like that, right? But it's tough for everybody. Tougher in some parts of the world, though. BL, if there's with any luck, there'll be the Quebec Nordiques, but it won't happen. There'll be probably Houston, whatever's. Mike Thibault was a lot better than we allowed ourselves to think. Let's put it that way. His numbers weren't bad. I mean, he wasn't horrible. It was a tough situation. There was no way he was going to succeed here in Montreal. Rosinski was also good for us for a little bit. I mean, you know, relative mildly. But I mean, he was a fan favorite for a while. But I mean, you know, come on. We got totally fleeced on that. Yeah, Phil, it was huge. Was that the beginning of them trading away every captain after that? I think it might have been. If you were the captain, well, you knew you were getting traded soon. Hey, Kenny B. Hey, Barrick. For far too big shoes to fill after a while left. Yeah. They should have brought in a goalie from somewhere else. And he was young too, Thibault. It couldn't have been easy for him. Keane, Matt, but he was still our captain. I mean, he wasn't bad. Mike Keane wasn't a horrible player. Third liner, though. Yeah, Hamilton's not getting a team in the near future. I know they're talking about it, but that's not happening. We got Kovalenko in that deal too. Yes, the Russian tank. He wasn't tall, but man, that guy was wide. Number 51, I think, is the number he wore. Anybody want to check? Please check on that. If you want, you don't have to. Just see if my memory is awesome or not. Ryan, no, I don't agree with you unless it's a trade, right? If they trade Price for a goalie, and considering how Roy got traded too, no, I don't agree with you. You could bring in a guy after that, and it could be fine. But considering how Patrick Roy left here, and then this guy came in to replace him, there was no way we were going to give him a fair break. I remember my attitude. There was just no way we were going to. Every mistake he made, we came down on that kid, and it was wrong. He wasn't as bad a goalie, and you could even say the same thing for another goalie that was here under Patrick Roy, Andre Racicot. He gets that red light Racicot name. Look at his numbers. He wasn't horrible, but he wasn't Patrick Roy. Remember, we got our first Kovy in that deal. Which deal is that now? Kovalenko, yes. We didn't call him that. The first Kovy was Kovalev. Keane was very underrated, not flashy at all, but very solid and showed up every night. Exactly. And, he wasn't a star, but he was a solid third line. I think he was a center. Keane was a good player. I'm sorry. They should never have added Keane in there. We got not as bad as the Gomez deal. Yeah, I don't know about that. They're right up there. They're both right up there as the worst ever. Hamilton will never get his team. No, I tell you, why would Toronto want to allow Hamilton a team? I don't see that happening. They have a say, and Buffalo too. Why would Buffalo want to dilute their fan base at all? Okay, another couple minutes, and then I gotta go till the game. 8420. It has been a long time. I'm doing good. How you doing? Good to see you. Red light, Rasico, Halak, stop sign. Rasico wasn't as bad as we made it out. I'm not saying he was great or anything, but Hamilton, Steelman. But they have the Leafs and the Sabres have some rights there, and they're not going to give them up. Hamilton Highways. Phil, yeah. Not only him winning cups that year, that was just the biggest. Hey, Bob. Boom. Bob Cannon is here. Boom. I got to get better at that. Ontario is our New York. Wouldn't be surprised if they had two teams in the future. I don't think the Leafs are going to allow it. It's the Leafs that won't allow it, mostly. Shanahan and Dubas huddled up. Even Money says they are talking goaltending. Well, they should be. Yeah, Kenny B, I agree with you, but it won't happen. Unfortunately, but it won't happen. Does Pizzetta remind you of Prust at all? Not for me, and I hope not. Like off the ice, Prust is a bit of a wacko, my opinion. So I hope he's not like Prust. Hey, Andrew. Miss Steve Penny when he was dealt. I mean, he was okay. He had his time here. Newfoundland needs an NHL team. Yeah, but I don't know that you've got the fan base. Like the support. I don't disagree with you to be very. I mean, you got great hockey down there, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, but it's the problem of the base around there. Can it support it? New York has 3 teams, no, and Cali as well. But look at the population, eh? Kenny, great rival. I loved it. I love the Nordiques. I wish they'd come back, but I don't see it happening, unfortunately. But look at the populations there, guys. When you talk about those areas, it's the biggest populations in North America. They can support it. That's the thing. I'm not saying that the Toronto area couldn't, but the Leafs won't allow it. BL, I agree with you there. They should at least have a Quebec team or an AHL team or something, right? You guys love hockey so much out there. I don't know how they haven't made that work. I guess they have at some points, right? Glad to hear it, 420. 420. Doesn't Ontario already have 2 teams? Time for a second team in Quebec. How about bringing back the Montreal Maroons? Yeah. It's not going to happen. We don't have the money here. Ontario has 2 teams, but I mean, they're not really that closely. What is it on Ottawa and Toronto? I don't think they overlap that much in the area. Canada will get Turks and Caicos in as our 11th province, and then they will get a team along with Hawaii. You heard it here first. That would be something, eh? Hawaii, Problem is, when would they play? We'd be watching the games at like 4 a.m. Kenny B, shootout can go if you ask me. If you're taking a poll. U-turn just took a little flipper, cross-checked Dallin in the head. You see, he's dirty too. And he cries about what happens to him. Dirty piece of... I don't want to get it back in my head. Forget it. Ontario has Toronto and Ottawa. Yep. Jesus smoke. Jesus? Where? No, I don't see Jesus. Shootout is for soccer. Yeah, I could do without it. But I got to tell you, Monty was good in the shootout last night. I didn't think he would go that far in. He was good. Bob, yeah, Hamilton can handle it. Just the rights are like the Leafs won't give up the rights there, I think. They have to approve. Yeah, you know what, Mike? You got to, if you take away the shootout, though, you got to go to ties again. You got to allow ties. So you'd have to have, I think, a 10. Yeah. You know what? 5 minutes of overtime, 3-on-3. If it's not decided, it's a tie. I have no problem with a tie game. No problem at all. So there's no more loser points. You tied, you get a point, you earned it. No loser points. Mike, Houston probably will get the next team, yes. I don't know how close those two are, but believe me, the populations there are big enough that I don't think that's a problem, right? Fan bases will be big. But there's the talk for the last few years is that Houston will get the next team. I got to go now, guys. Yeah, I got to go. U-turn could be suspended. Awesome. That would be great. All right. Listen, I really got to go. I got to go feed my dog and my cats and get the next stream up. So I'll see you in 13 minutes. Hopefully you guys will be there. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the pregame show. And that's it. Stay safe for the next 13 minutes because I want to see you today. And yeah, peace out. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. And there we go. Ciao.